So tonight our top 5 is things to do on New Year's Eve. So what do you guys do on New Year's Eve? What's the top 5 things you guys do on New Year's Eve? So for me, my number 5, I will say we usually do on New Year's Eve is we usually go out to eat. Yep. We'll always go to dinner because it's just easier that way. For years we did parties here, and you got to cook, you get stuff ready and entertain, and it's just too much fucking work. So wife and I, we go out to, and some friends now. We do dinner.
Yeah. I will stick with you on the path here for mine. Mine is eating. Drinking will be sooner.
That's coming.
Time my list. We order pizzas, order wings, fucking Portillo's chopped salads. We do the whole works. You know, we don't go out anymore. I stopped going out once. Of course, once the kids were born, I don't even think we went out after we got married. We might have went to some other friend's house and probably like split a keg or something.
Just split a keg. Jem says number 5, go to a local hockey game with his father.
Oh, that's
Star cool. Wars movie, drink, watch The Rock on New Year's Eve, and drink more if I'm not sleeping. It's not a bad list.
We actually, Pat, I didn't buy tickets. It's just wasn't a priority. The Chicago Blackhawks play at Wrigley Field on New Year's Day for the Winter Classic. The NHL does it out there. Yeah, I passed it today because it wasn't too far from the Blue Man Group Theater.
Did they fix the fucking lights?
5 weeks ago, Pat.
Did they fix the lights on the goddamn sign? I'm like,
to my brother. They had to because of the Winter Classic. They got it all decked out for the NHL game. Yeah.
I finally make it out there and like there's lights out. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Cheap bastards, those people who bought them from the Chicago Tribune Company. Those rickets.
Bastard. So number 4 for me, what I do on every New Year's Eve since they started it, every New Year's Eve, actually into New Year's Day, I watch the Twilight Zone marathon on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, that's not bad. I like that.
Starts at 6 o'clock on New Year's Eve and runs to 6 o'clock in the morning on December 2nd. January 2nd, rather. So every New Year's Eve, I got this, and my wife will attest, the zone's on every fucking channel, on every TV in the house. If I'm in the kitchen, I leave it on there. It's on down here. It's everywhere. She's like, seriously, every TV's got the zone on it.
I don't know if you ever did this. I don't do it regularly, but I guess I'm going to talk about what we did in the past. I remember being younger and listening to countdowns on the local radio stations for music. Like, what were the songs of this year or the best rock songs? Did you ever have any of that in your neck?
No, they usually have that. Yeah, I forgot that's a good one too, because usually I don't remember too many for the year end, but I know to this day I still listen to the ones like the 4th of July, Memorial Day, because I'm always outside in the yard having a beer, and they'll do their top 500 and they'll count them down over like Memorial Day weekend or 4th of July type of thing. But that's a good one. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I like that. Let's see what everybody else is saying here. Bill says New Year's Eve is number 1. He cooks, he cleans. He goes Craig and Alan every year. He drinks and he parties like it's 1999.
1999.
Like it's Y2K.
Is that your mic, by the way, Pat?
No, I've been so busy and trying to get this room ready. So the wife bought me a real nice Shure mic, nice expensive like podcasting mic for Christmas. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't open it up till 3 hours ago to set it up. I realized it's XLR connector, which is a regular mic connector. So I have to get the adapter to go from XLR to USB. So I should have it for tomorrow night. I'll hit Guitar Center on the way home tomorrow to pick it up.
Nice.
But that's just over here. I set it all up, but didn't get a chance to use it.
Oh, dang. This will be your first New Year's, Ryan, as a single man in 13 years. So you can do your best to keep it in my pants. You'll do your best to keep it.
It won't be in your pants, it'll be in your hand. Come on. Or hands. Unless you want to have 2 dates.
Pat, did you ever go to, I know we're looking at the comments here. Before I forget, did you ever go to, we did a couple of them when we were already 21. Did you ever go to like any of the New Year's parties that were either like at a hotel or they had it at a banquet?
Funny, yes.
Paid for a cover, and so you had the bar?
Once. Yeah. I did it,
I've done that. I did that a couple years in a row with Lisa.
I did it twice. Once with the girl I was with before my wife, and another time with my wife. We like you pay a price. You go to hotels. It's almost like a wedding. They had a band, food, open bar. You got the hotel room. It's a lot of fun. I mean, when you're single, it's a lot of fun. The kids, you can't do it. But the 2 times we did, we had a blast.
I'm on the mindset. I spent all the money for that ticket. I'm like, I'm getting fucked up.
Oh, I got completely shit ass drunk. I'm like, if I'm paying for it, I drank every last bit of it.
Oh, yeah,
I did it with my ex girlfriend, and I did it once with the wife. That was a lot of fun. We enjoyed that. So another thing, because I didn't write this down, so I'm off my head. So there's in the zone. What else do I do on New Year's Eve? That's a damn good question. That's why I should have prepared for this, but I just forgot to throw it out there. Actually, I'm not doing it any longer. When I lived closer to relatives, I'd go visit relatives during the day. I used to go visit I used to go visit my grandmother, a couple other people. So we'd always visit people. So that's something that we did. I'd go visit relatives on New Year's before the ball dropped. That's something we always did. So that would be my number 3.
Ah, shit. Hold on.
What'd you do? What did you do, Ray?
I fucked up my computer. No, I didn't do it that bad.
What did you do?
You went to go see relatives. Okay.
Yeah, we'd always go visit relatives. I'd go to visit my grandparents. Then we'd go to my aunts and uncles. And it was funny because we all lived in a 3-block radius. Like I said, I lived in Copland. So, and we did the same thing on Christmas, which is true. Christmas Day. Wake up in the morning, we go to my grandparents. From my grandparents, we go to my aunt and uncles. From my other aunt, from that aunt and uncle, we go to the other aunt and uncle. And we just 3-block race. We never drove. We just walked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you want to find Travis's last comment here, one New Year's as a kid, my friend Jordan was told that he was grounded, so he farted in his mom's Tupperware and called her a bitch.
Travis is very young, but he's led a very interesting life. We're waiting for the book and the film.
Travis, Travis, man. Travis, another guy. Dude, good to meet you somewhere in person, somewhere down the road.
One of these days. Yeah, Travis, where are you located? I think he's in the New England area.
Not by you, I thought.
I thought there was a New England area. I thought it was New Hampshire or something weird like that.
We're going to tell Travis to come on so we can watch Rocky 5 together.
2024 for Bill. Yeah, exactly. It was a bummer of a year old, but the times I spent with my band and with everyone here on the show and in the chat were definitely the highlights that kept me going through. That's made this year a lot better. Like I said, I mean, this year started off with a real kick in the ass by losing my mother and right around the same time getting fucking shingles. And so, and the rest of the year got better because of this. Meeting people here, chatting with people, getting together with Brett twice this year too. We did it twice this year.
Get together. Nice. The YouTube community, like Davey's saying, this has been great.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I tell my wife that all the time. She's like, who are all these people? Who are all these people?
And I feel bad. We had Darren and Frank on our show too when we were talking about the best of 2024.
That's right. We did. We finally
matinee. So
we had Frank on when we finally snagged Darren because it would have to be a matinee to get him on. Because he does watch after the fact, usually the next morning. So, good morning, Darren. If you're watching this on Monday morning,
we always watched a lot of movies or Dick Clark. Remember, as a kid watching the Dick Clark thing, the ball drop, that bullshit.
Well, that's going to be my number 2. Watching Dick Clark every year. Still watch it, man. And you know what? Those of my age group, it was a big thing watching Dick Clark every year.
Big thing, Pat.
It was a big thing watching Dick Clark every year. I mean, I grew up watching Bandstand, and Dick Clark was always there. He was like the portrait of Dorian Gray. Never fucking aged. Mm-hmm. Always looked the fucking same. And then when he had that stroke, man, and then seeing him after that used to break my heart every year.
Yeah, I don't know how it's...
That was like such a big part of my youth, my life, because my parents, that was a big thing just getting, because we hosted New Year's Eve. Well, we did at my house probably to the mid 80s, and then it was at my aunt and uncle's, and then they took it over once they got a house. And that was just a big thing, man, watching Dick Clark every year, and then seeing the way he was the last few years when Ryan Seacrest started taking over. So that's why we watched it. We have to watch it, even if, it's not him. Excuse me. It's Ryan Seacrest, but that's a big thing. That's my number 2. Watching that every year.
Ryan Seacrest, he likes to take over like all this stuff. Like he took over Pat Sajak. He's like
he's a hustler, man. You can say what you want. He's got like 18 jobs. That guy's a hustler.
I give that guy fucking credit. People might like him. I have no issues with that guy.
I have no issues with him. He's a hustler. I've heard that he's like a nice guy to meet in person. So good for him. I have no problems with him. God bless him. I'd do the same shit if I could. Good looking guy, man. I'd be nailing everything to get my hands on.
Number two for you. Number two for me, and this is important. It's because we're doing it now more than ever because the kids are older. Dude, we're big board game people. I'm telling you, New Year's Eve, it's the perfect time to play board games.
Board games, love board games.
It's mostly with my wife's family, and that's not a problem with that. They love Categories. Oh, fuck that game, man. Categories is wild. We played Mexican Train. If you ever played Mexican Train, the Domino's game, we freaking love that game.
No, Mexican Train sounds like a. Yeah, he's got to get up super early.
Bill's got to get up. Bill, good night, buddy. Okay, he must got a gig tomorrow then. Okay.
Yeah, he's working. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for Terror Train, Bill.
Yeah. No, we have no problems with Rocky 5. It's just I like every Rocky. That's probably
I like all Rockies. That's just to me, that's just the weakest of the bunch. That's all.
I would have if they would have went the full thing and killed him off like that was what was going to originally happen.
That would have been.
You imagine what the fuck that would have done? The studio's like, it's like killing off James Bond. We can't kill off Rocky. It would have been nuts, dude. Anyways. Yeah, board games, man. A lot of board games. They're going to be doing them a lot on Tuesday night.
Good for you, man. I love board games.
Lots. Uno. Play some Uno. Uno gets
I love Uno. We'd always hang out and do what the hell is that? Cards Against Humanity. That's the big one.
Oh yeah, or Apples to Apples. You ever play that shit? Oh
yeah, or we play Apples to Apples, or there's another one too that we bought that was raunchy. I can't think of the name of it. We have a whole closet full of board games, but we could do our top five best cards in Cards Against Humanity. The best to me, there's two of them that always. There's Mega Hitler, always crack me up, and a Stray Pube. Every time I get those cards, I just laugh like Mega Hitler and a Stray Pube.
My kids and my nephew were playing Old Maid today at the restaurant.
Old Maid.
With Old Maid. Oh God, that brought back something from the past. Seeing those cards,
you don't see that as much anymore. Like when I was a kid, man, my parents and my aunts and uncles got together like every Saturday night and played cards. Every Saturday night, they'd all come over, like usually my parents' house, and they'd all sit in the dining room and they play cards all night long, drink, smoke. It's just you don't see that anymore.
We used to play a lot of poker just for like we would play for just like silver change, like max buy-in would be like $20. We played it. We used to do
my old house when I lived in Jersey. We used to do that. I had a detached garage. We'd set the table up in there so we could smoke cigars because you could do it in the house. We set the table up down there, and everybody bring a $20 roll of quarters, and that was it. Yeah. It was fun.
It's good shit.
Let's see. Agree with that. Godfather 3 and Rocky 5 are the weakest entries in their respective franchise. Yeah, but they don't suck. They're just definitely the weakest of the franchise. But I wouldn't say they suck. They're still fun to watch.
I do find, you see in the chat here, I do find the interesting comparisons to Rocky 5 to Halloween Ends. Isn't that wild? That's some... I think long and hard about that. I'm like, okay.
I watched Rocky 5 over Halloween Ends. All right, so number one for me. Come on, you know what number one is. What's the 5? Is drink. Get shit faced.
I didn't even write it down.
I didn't have to write that one down. I mean, come on. This would be me when I get out of work on Tuesday.
7 o'clock. It's over. Time to get shit-faced.
I got to tell you, folks, he was so happy to get that, to put that down. He loved it. It's pretty funny, though. It's good.
Except I don't work until 7 o'clock. I'm hopefully only working until like 1 o'clock. They'll be at me. 1 o'clock. It's over. Time to get shit-faced.
I want to think about what I'm going to fucking eat on New Year's Eve now. Now you got me going here, Pat, about the food now, too.
Well, we were going to go out. There's a real good steakhouse near here. They have like those big tomahawk steaks and stuff. It's not cheap by no fucking means. They come and they carve it, and they get the little freaking propane thing out and heat it up and everything. It's fancy as all fuck. Expensive as all fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get everybody on board with that. But then Mike and I, like, yeah, he's like, we'll just cook or something. So we don't know what we're doing yet. We would go out. There's a restaurant nearby here because, it's cold here, just like it's there. So every winter they set those outdoor igloos.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a big igloo that's heated. So we did that for a couple of years. We go book the igloo because you have to have at least 6 people. And that was a lot of fun. So I don't know if we're going to go out, we're going to cook. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But drink. We'll talk to Bob. Drinking, the number one, because I do love ass.
Yes. Got the last of my stout here.
Shout out to my wife. Love her ass.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, number one's definitely, it's the alcohol. It's the alcohol. It's no.
Halloween opens with Michael naked in the shower except the mask with brain damage from the mob beating him. What did I just read?
See, I prefer to drink. I don't know. Do you have a specific thing you like to drink on New Year's Eve? Like I think I end up going more towards wine.
I'll probably just
stick with your beer.
I usually just stick with my beer. I'll have the champagne toast. I'm not a big champagne guy. It gives me a headache. Something fierce. So I'll do the champagne toast at midnight. Stick with my beer.
Or is that Jordan when I brought up blush the one time, the big bottle of blush? That's some crazy hangover stuff.
Yeah. Well, I love wine, man. Everybody keeps mentioning box of wine. Maybe I'll get a box of wine and just drink wine.
A box of wine.
What is everybody talking? Was everybody making a movie here? Michael Myers was forced to move to Southside Chicago because he couldn't afford to live in Haddonfield anymore. What is everybody talking about? Remaking this?
Maybe you live near Bill.
Yeah, Michael Myers lived right next to Bill, right by Sound Growler.
He's South Suburban Chicago. He's not South Side. Oh God, like by where White Sox Park is. Oh man,
he's a South Pole slasher.
Southpaw slasher. I like that.
Awesome.
Good stuff, man.
That's our top 5 things to do on New Year's Eve. Throw some more in the chat. If you watch this after the fact, let us know. What do you guys do on New Year's Eve? Because a lot of people have different traditions. We'd be curious to hear them. Maybe it's stuff I forgot because over the years we've done so much other shit. But that's basically it. That's my big
where
thing.
you're at. Maybe you're taking down Christmas decorations still.
Probably that's New Year's Day. New Year's Day, we usually take all the shit down.
Thank you for watching That Horror Movie Podcast Top 5 Ranking. We do a Top 5 ranking every Sunday night live on That Horror Movie Podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live on this channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, get all the notifications. When we go live every Sunday, and we go live every Tuesday for watch-alongs, and sporadically here and there, and all sorts of other videos along the way. So if you like music, comedy, horror, any of that stuff, this is the place to be. Keep coming back and watching our Top 5s.